Thing is so Hollywood, a room full of know-nothings who call themselves the Academy, making everyone tremble before their judgment, even though their judgment is often terrible and fails the test of time. Maybe the hashtag should be Oscars So Wrong.
The Oscars are once again grabbing the spotlight. And naturally, outspoken anti-woke commentator Bill Maher has plenty to say about woke celebrities, moral preaching speeches, and Hollywood's never-ending display of what he sees as blatant hypocrisy.
Citizen Kane, It's a Wonderful Life, 12 Angry Men, Singing in the Rain, Dr. Strangelove, Raging Bull, Pulp Fiction, goes on and on. Not a single Best Picture among them. Brilliant, brave, groundbreaking, intellectually honest films constantly lose to much more forgettable, trifling, sentimental stuff. Saving Private Ryan lost to Shakespeare in Love. Sunset Boulevard lost to All About Eve. Glory to Driving Miss Daisy. Gangs in New York to Chicago. Munich lost to Crash. Citizen Kane lost to How Green Was My Valley, whatever the that was.
Bill Maher's critique of the overly long, dull 3-hour show is sharp, direct, and undeniably cutting, delivered with his signature sarcasm and biting humor. So if you enjoy bold political commentary, unfiltered opinions, and pointed criticism of celebrity culture, go ahead and hit subscribe, and let's dive right in.
This Sunday's Academy Awards show is the 10th anniversary of the Oscars So White campaign. Someone must wear a ribbon that says, "We won." Just as a way to remind progressives, hey, you're progressive. Progress is what you're selling. Take the win. The Oscars are no longer a long, boring show full of white people. It's a long, boring show full of all people.
Here's what Bill Maher is arguing. Discover more TV and video equipment product reviews and price comparisons. YouTube summary, tool enough of the woke political lectures. According to Bill Maher, the Oscars have drifted far from their original purpose. Instead of celebrating true cinematic excellence, the event often turns into a stage for political messaging and carefully staged virtue signaling. Viewers tune in to see outstanding artistic work recognized, not to sit through repeated speeches filled with slogans and performative activism. In recent years, Best Picture winners have included films like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Green Book, Parasite, Coda, The Shape of Water, Moonlight, and Nomadland, which many people claim few have actually seen or fully.
In the last decade, Best Picture has gone to Everything Everywhere All at Once, Green Book, Parasite, Coda, Shape of Water, Moonlight, not to mention Nomadland, which might be about Somalia, but no one has seen it, so it's impossible to know. 8 of the last 10 Best Director prizes have been won by underrepresented groups, not to mention 60% of the honorary awards. You can't argue with a straight face, or even a gay face.
Bill Maher's point resonates strongly with critics. Audiences are tired of what they see as superficial moral posturing. The constant focus on woke messaging, he argues, feels more like a performance designed for online attention than genuine expression. What viewers truly want is straightforward, a celebration of talent, creativity, and the effort behind great filmmaking. The Oscars were originally created to honor excellence in cinema. Actors, directors, writers, and crews who bring stories to life. Bill Maher believes the ceremony should return to that original mission.
You can't argue with a straight face, or even a gay face. That the Academy in 2026 still overlooks minority achievement, or that Hollywood is biased in favor of all white people, just Australians. But come on, man, can we live in the present? No Academy member this year filled out their ballot thinking, well, I didn't think Chalamet was very good, but I'll vote for him because he's white. Hollywood isn't a secret cabal of racists. It's a secret cabal of people terrified of looking like racists.
At this point, Bill Maher addresses the ongoing claim that Hollywood systematically excludes minorities based on race. He disagrees, saying the industry has evolved significantly over time. In his view, the focus should move away from identity politics and return to talent, merit, and the quality of work itself. Maher argues that many artists succeed today because of their ability and performance, not because they fit into a demographic category. He warns that constantly viewing success through the lens of race can undermine the achievements of those who work hard to earn recognition. He is not denying historical inequality. He is emphasizing progress. Ultimately, he believes Hollywood should evaluate actors, directors, and creators the same way audiences do, based on talent and impact.
Just tired of, no matter how much progress is made, social justice warriors feeling the need to gaslight us as if none of it had happened. A couple of years ago, the Academy established a very complex rule book that said you couldn't even be considered for Best Picture unless you met certain criteria, like 30% of the crew or 2 department heads had to be from underrepresented groups, and a main storyline had to be as well. Well, there goes my idea about a polka band in a ski town. I mean, please don't get us wrong. We're not saying you can't hire who you want or make a movie about whatever you want. Okay, that's exactly what we're saying.
According to critics like Bill Maher, this represents a major modern problem in Hollywood, creativity being restricted by ideological expectations. The concern is that filmmakers are no longer focused purely on telling the best story. Instead, producers and directors often feel pressure to design projects that satisfy political or social requirements rather than artistic vision. Some point to diversity guidelines from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences for Best Picture eligibility. Critics argue these standards encourage quota-based thinking instead of storytelling quality. The worry is that audiences can sense when a film is built to meet checklists rather than to move or entertain. As a result, creative decisions, from casting to writing, are increasingly influenced by external scrutiny before the film even reaches viewers.
Years ago, Denzel Washington said, "We ought to be at a place where diversity shouldn't even be mentioned like it's something special." Exactly. Sometimes I'm the equalizer. Sometimes it's an old English dude. Sometimes it's Queen Latifah. I mean, the whole thing is so Hollywood, a room full of know-nothings who call themselves the Academy, making everyone tremble before their judgment, even though their judgment is often terrible and fails the test of time. Maybe the hashtag should be Oscars So Wrong.
I fully support this view. The Oscars feel increasingly misguided. The Academy Awards sometimes appear to prioritize diversity narratives over raw artistic talent. The focus seems to have shifted away from honoring the strongest performances, the best storytelling, and the most innovative filmmaking. Instead, discussions often revolve around representation statistics and identity-based debates. The problem is that audiences don't buy tickets or stream movies for lectures on diversity. They want to be entertained, emotionally engaged, and impressed by great storytelling. When award shows become centered on social messaging rather than artistic merit, viewers feel disconnected from the celebration. The Oscars were meant to recognize cinematic excellence, and critics want the focus returned to talent, craft, and the magic